Now we move on to the chapter introduced in the rumba, and on page 25 we have described the forward walk. So in slow motion to study the settling of the shoulder weight to produce the forward movement, the hip rotation and the lower ribcage motion. Ready? And a 2, and a 3, and a 4, 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, 1, and 2, and a 3, and a 4, 1. And now with the rumba music, we'll take a different view of these rumba walks. On page 26, we describe the check forward walk. Study here the actual position of the body weight in this check position and the slight forward movement of the body on the count before replacing the weight. Ready? And for 2 and 3. The forward walk turning. We describe this on page 27. Here you will see how the walk is taken in line with the standing leg, the lateness of the turn and the end position. Once it's again, it is important to understand the use of the count. Ready? And a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1. The delayed compressed forward walk on page 27. This is important and very useful walk to express the character of a figure, such as a close hip twist. Study the pressure used and again the count. Ready? And a 2 and a 3 and a 4, and you're holding it there with pressure. 1 and a 2. Page 28, the delayed extended forward walk. Another walk used to create a basic figure such as a spiral cross. Study the placing of the foot on the count of before the full weight is taken forward to commence the turn. Ready? And a 2 and a 3 and a 4. The swivel walks on page 28. This is an early turn by swiveling on the standing leg before the placement of the following step. Here you can see how the body center is maintained to the center of the circle and therefore the partner. Ready? And a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1. On page 28, we describe the backward walk in slow motion to study the settling of the shoulder weight to produce the forward movement before the hip rotation and rib cage motion. Ready? And a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2, the 3 and a 4 and a 1 and. Okay. Let us look once again at the backward walks to the music in a different direction. On page 29, we describe the delayed compressed backward walk. This is an important walk and useful, particularly as man, to express the character of a figure such as a natural top. Study the pressure used and again the count. Ready? And a 2 and a 3 and a 4. On page 29, the delayed extended backward walk. Used normally from a standing position to show a delay of the body movement backwards as the leg extends. Study the shape and line of the extended leg line. Ready? And a 2 and a 3. Now let us study the essential basic figures in detail. On page 30, the cucarachas. Study the use of the count to settle the shoulder weight, the part weight position and the slight hip rotation of the first step, the resulting footwork and strength of the rib cage motion. Ready? and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, 1. Page 31, the Cuban rocks. You will notice a similar action to that of the cucaracha, with the part weight position and the slight hip rotation of the first and second step, the resulting footwork and the strength of the ribcage motion. Ready? And a 2, and a 3, and a 4, 1, and. Syncopated Cuban rocks. A similar action to that of the Cuban rocks with the addition of one extra step. Please note the similar action and the use of the split beat rhythm. Ready? And a 2, and a 3, and a 4, 1. Page 31, the hip twist actions. A popular figure in the rumba. Here you can see the full use of the delayed compressed forward walk, the underturn of the upper body, and the timing of the actual turns in the basic figure called the close hip twist. Ready? And a 2, and a 3, and a 4, 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, 1, and. On page 32, the spiral cross. Here you can see the full use of the delayed extended forward walk as the commencement of the actual spiral. Here Peter will show this using the basic figure of the spiral as an example. Ready? And a 2, and a 3, and a 4, 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, 1. On page 33, the sit line closed, an expressive and characteristic figure danced by the lady, using the various free arm positions as described before. Note here the foot and knee position and the ability to change the body shaping. Ready? And 2, 3, 4, 1. On page 33 again, we describe the sit line with an open position. Again, the use of strongly flexed knees, which can be used by man or lady, using alternative body shapes to gain the character required. Ready? And 2, 3, 4, 1. On page 33, we describe the movement sideways. Here you can see how important it is to use the complete body rhythm by understanding the count. Ready? And a 2, and a 3, and a 4, 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, 1. On page 34, the closing steps. First of all, the closing the feet from a previous side step. The use of the body rhythm and stretch through legs and lower body is important. Ready? And 2. Closing the feet in fan position as lady. Here you'll be able to study how it's developed to end with parallel feet. This is by using a swivel action of the standing foot with stretch through legs and lower body. Peter will dance this step into the fan position and the first 2 steps of an alemana. Ready? And 4, 1, and a 2, and a 3. On page 34, the Latin cross, placing the toe to the heel or the heel to the toe as you cross the foot. Peter will show this using the steps of a natural top as man. Ready? And a 2 and 3. Now see the action, that is a Latin cross.